Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. I have a new customer with 2007 Toyota Camry, but it's not just a Camry, it's a hybrid. She's a student of our local university and she has the problem. She says the vehicle, as she drives it, is creating humming sounds, and she says she did a very good job observing the vehicle and trying to communicate with me. She says it will be heard especially when she does left turn. So she tried, I guess with help of her dad who lives elsewhere. She came here as a student, and she says if I go left turn to the left, it will be humming more, the noise will get worse, and if I go straight, it's just that normal humming. Now, I will entertain you. There are multiple items to this troubleshooting which are funny, in my opinion, and I will share it with you. So she just told me when I met her here, new customer, that she was trying this on the highway to put the load on that either one side or the other one, and she did it so much that the California Highway Patrol CHP pulled her over because they thought she's drunk. She's going between the lines in her lane, maybe crossing them, so they pulled her over. I guess it's funny. She's trying diagnose of her vehicle. The CHP understood. They let her go. They didn't give her a ticket. I think that's a funny story. I want to share with you. Number 2. Not so funny, but maybe funny. She just got oil change by local car repair. There is apparently some clown who uses his first and last name, and then he puts auto repair. That's the name of the business. A guy should have the red nose on his face all day long, because she described him all of it. And it's like, no, I can't deal with it, that's too much. I just will do your oil change. That's all I will do. So I'm not sure what is going on, but I fortunately didn't forget to say it's from front. So let's start in the back. We don't have a CV axles here. The wheel will be spinning freely. To me, she has actually brand new brakes in front and the rear, so I don't know what's happening, but whatever. Let's go look. This is driver rear. It's perfectly quietly spinning, except the brake pads are rubbing on the rotor, but that's a very little touch. It's not seized or anything. It seems to be brand new, and this is totally normal. Here we go, passenger rear. What do you say? Is there possibly any bearing bad here? Somebody took her to the cleaners. I had no idea. These are these shops which replace everything they can if you sign the paper. Look, there are even brand new calipers, brand new rotors, brand new pads, brand new calipers. What a waste of money. When we will lift it, I bet you the car is not rusted and there was no reason to do that. But they will do it to you if they see the girl. And she has the money in the bank. I haven't been there when she was talked about the brake jobs. I can see new calipers in the front. But because it happened so many times, I will tell you. You will go some tire company for new tires and they look new, very deep. And they will say, hey, your brakes are low. We should take care of you. And they replace rotors, pads and calipers. and instead of paying $600 for a front and rear, you are suddenly paying $1,200, $1,400. They try it on you, and they succeed sometimes. It's unbelievable. So she has everything new here. Let's listen to that front driver wheel. And I definitely hear a little bit of humming, but if you are turning left and the humming is louder, it should be on the other side. And I did it on purpose. We can compare with all the other wheels which are okay. So purely theoretically, if you go straight and this bearing is bad, it will be humming. But if you will go to the left, you will put extra weight on this wheel, on that bearing, and it will make even more noise. That's why I left this for last. I didn't dealt with it yet. I'm discovering everything in front of you. This is all brand new, guys. I didn't have the vehicle even higher yet. So let's listen to this bearing, looking on the struts and so on. Let's listen if it will be humming. There's zero play, guys. Absolutely zero play in bearing. And now in the steering, this is totally fine. Yeah, they just started something on the next door. I will have to wait a little bit. So we have a quiet time and we can hear that. Okay, the neighbor's forklift is off. Let's finally hear this wheel and therefore its bearing. The lift stopped. Okay. Guys, this is absolutely clear. I don't know why somebody will tell you, no, this is way too... This is over my pay grade. I can't deal with this. It's clearly wheel bearing. Do you hear that? Just to make sure that camera microphone will perfectly record it one more time. Definitely there is that humming from background. Now apparently her dad is watching our YouTube channel, Toyota Maintenance. She mentioned that. It's one of the reasons why she finally found me and came to me. Now you might say, Peter, there's no play in either of the wheels. Why you think the bearing is bad? And that's a great question from you. I appreciate it, and we will answer that. There's not necessarily any wear or any pitting in the bearing yet, and it will start humming. Therefore, there's no play. When I did the Subarus, it always started in the back. You can put the money on it. And the bearings, the surface was actually totally fine. Let me show you the samples. And these are samples for my customers, which I have on the table. This is the rear Subaru. This bearing was humming like the one which you just heard, the bad one on passenger side. And this is the outer race, and there was these real rollers, and there was the inner part. So if you touch this where it was running, it's totally fine. You cannot see by naked eye anything, and it was humming pretty loud. Here is Scion TC, which you saw on this channel, which I bought from the Copart. It was a big mistake. It was in the COVID times. It was my little game to make a views for you. This was the front passenger side. Look how destroyed it is. Do I need to zoom on it? Will it show it to you more? I think so. Do you see the damage? Well, this was not only humming, as you can imagine. This was a ball bearing, and when this was hitting it also, it was doing the same thing. It was louder on the certain turn. It will be the same, yeah. It was in front passenger, so it was the left turn was louder. This was crazy noisy. It was basically, the damage is so big, it was shaking the whole vehicle as you driven either straight or turning. But that was Scion TC. It's a front, so it's bigger than the rear on that Subaru. Now with the vehicle in the air, I can spin the driver's side, which we are not suspecting. And guess what? That sound of the humming, which we heard a little bit here, will be coming from behind you. I doubt the camera can show it to you, but I'm standing here spinning this, and I hear it from behind you. You can ask somebody to spin it for you and use your stethoscope just to place it right next to it. And you better hear that horrible grinding in your ears. I wish you can spin it for me. But I clearly hear it. You guys are watching this channel, you are experts. Yep, this is exactly the difference. Nothing is coming in my ears. Yep, I'm touching right next to it. And nothing. It's coming, it's confirmed, guys. And since it was so easy to find, and she will pay me for hour for this diagnosis, I will try to look through the car as much as possible. Do you see that top of that sway bar end link? How it's ripped and greasy? So I will check for the play on those. Here it's a little wetness on the back of the engine, but it's not on the front. A guy who does oil changes, I don't know. The oil filter is already wet, so I will have to recheck that. But most importantly, he put his paint mark on the drain bolt. That's great. Now he knows he did that. Yeah. I'm sure he's proud of himself. So here, we will be working here, taking it all apart. If she will approve the repair, obviously. It's a hybrid vehicle. I wonder if this was ever opened, the hybrid transaxle. If the oil was ever even changed. Many times it's not. Because again, people don't go after that. Do you see that brand new brakes? Unbelievable, man. You can see still the rotor. It must be like, yeah, really brand new. I didn't really realize that. Brand new, yep. And you see, guys, this is why my claim is coming. There's absolutely no rust on any adjacent parts. It's the other way. It looks like a city vehicle which was never exposed to anything. Do you really think she needs all brake calipers in front and in back new? Well, I can tell you if you are hesitating. Heck no. There was zero reason to replace it. It was not seized, it was not abused or bad. They just sell you stuff if they can. It's actually disgusting that they take so much money from you, some shops, and there was no reason for it. Look at the detail of the rotor. What you will say? How many miles is on this? I will check that engine oil filter. The engine is cold. I hope it's tight. Let me see. Oh yeah. It might be wet and oily, but it's just a surface. The guy did torque it correctly. I took sample. I couldn't resist. And I took sample of that hybrid transaxle fluid. Right here, you still can see the droplet there. I didn't wipe it off yet. I will, obviously. I just want to show you. If you look at it, it's dark. This is Toyota WS, you know, it's supposed to be pink. This is black. So at 172,000 miles, that was most likely never replaced. I will put it in the notes. So I hope many of you will enjoy the guide how to diagnose for a bad front bearing, and many of you will enjoy me just mumbling stuff about the other shops and just telling the stories. I hope it's entertaining for you. You enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumb up and be tuned, be subscribed, have notification so you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.